MLB Network welcomes you inside Guaranteed Rate Field in Chicago. Today, the third and final game in this three-game series between the Kansas City Royals and the Chicago White Sox. The Royals will try to complete the series sweep on the road against their division rivals right after this. Ty Blach, the native of Colorado, gets the start on the mound. Dan, any thoughts?
Well, one of the things we're going to know with Ty Blach, he needs to have the changeup working. Doesn't throw very hard. 88 to 91 miles an hour. Has always had an advanced changeup, and that's really his bread and butter and his go-to pitch. Will throw the curve and an occasional slider, but for Ty Blach, he needs to have the changeup to survive to get through this game.
Fellas, these White Sox, as they enter play today, they come in not exactly setting the world on fire as they've dropped 5 of their last 8 ball games.
Yeah, Matt, things haven't gone too well so far in this series, Devo. They're looking to avoid the sweep here in this one. Yeah, they got to get off in the early innings. It's going to be monumental if they can push a few runs across and give this pitcher a chance to relax.
Wow, that's the way to kick off a day at the ballpark right there. Leadoff hitter, and he puts the pitcher on his heels right out of the gate with a leadoff double. It's hard to get settled into a game as a pitcher when you're dealing with the runner in the scoring position, one batter into the game.
Now at the plate, Danny Nowakowski, and he'll be looking to snap out of it in this one. Not having much success at the plate over the last week and a half. First pitch of the at-bat on its way. That's a strike to throw down. Not nearly in time as he takes third easily. And he's really getting the better of him now. It's strike 2. Nowakowski doesn't usually enjoy left-handed pitching like this as much as he does at-bats against right-handers. I'm not sure if it's a comfort thing or if he just sees the ball better coming from the right side, but that's the book on him at this point in his career. Here comes another 0-2. Hit back up the middle. He gets dirty, but he can't get there, and it's into center field. And the run will score, and the Royals are off to a 1-0 lead.
Boy, when teams are playing well like this team is on a nice little winning streak right here, they strike early in this one to keep the mojo working. Yeah, Dan, from an offensive standpoint, everyone searches for confidence, and that's exactly what they have right now. Everyone contributing makes for a fun clubhouse.
Into the box now, number 32. Runners going. Pitch misses the throw down. And it skips in as he steals the bag easily. Nowakowski leads off second with nobody out. And now the runner's trying for third. Pitch outside. The throw. He's in there easily as the throw bounces on the way down. Now the 2-0. Line toward the alley in left center. And that finds the outfield grass for a base hit. And they'll extend their lead even further as the run from third is in to score. So the first 3 batters of the ball game hit safely against him here, and he's going to need to turn things around in a hurry before things get out of hand. In now, Bobby Hechtel. And a good idea to hold off on that swing. It's ball 1. And there's one he'd like to have over again. Missed high with the slider. And there are our umpires calling balls and strikes is Mr. Ed Drummond.
Yeah, Matty. Hey, you know what, Dero? This Ed Drummond, he's a good umpire. Fair umpire, good ball and strike umpire. Pretty much straight down the road.
That's all you look for, Dan. Just be consistent. I don't care if you're given 2 to 3 inches off the outside corner, but you can't do it on the inside corner. If you're going to stick to one thing and stay consistent with it, no player will have a gripe with you.
The 3-1 pitch. Takes a strike for a full count now, 3-2.
Pretty lucky to get away with that one. There's not a situation ever where you want to throw a high changeup, so I think he'll try to make an adjustment with the next one he throws.
Here's the 3-2. Runner goes. Grounded back up the middle. Moncada gloves it, and he's set down, one away. A chance now for a look at the Royals starting lineup. Who are you focused on, Dan Plesac?
Well, you better look out for that cleanup spot. He's stolen 40 bases already this season, and I want to see if his speed comes to play in this one. He impacts a lot of games with his legs, and I wouldn't be at all surprised if he does that again here today.
With runners in scoring position this season, Sohn is hitting over 400. Doesn't matter if you're talking about a series of games or a whole career. That's an impressive figure.
His batting average right now certainly signifies that this guy is having a great year. I'm very interested to see how this guy finishes up.
You know he wants that on the mound, especially if it would have made the count 0-2. Didn't get it, though, so now you have to make another quality pitch on 1-1.
A shot down the first baseline, but a foul ball. 1-2 the count now.
You could tell he was guessing right there, and he certainly wasn't guessing changeup. That pitch was in his wheelhouse, and he was late.
Swing and a miss on the changeup, and there are two gone. Good job of making him chase a pitch for the strikeout there.
Yeah, Matt, that's the advantage of getting ahead in the count. You can really force hitters to expand their zone and protect. And when they're in that mode, getting them to go after a pitch they can't do much with becomes a lot easier.
Lays off 1-0. Runner in scoring position at second with two down. A changeup that catches the corner for strike one.
You know, I think this is a big situation in this game. They've got to lead by a couple of runs, but they don't want to look back on this inning when this one's over and think that they left some runs out there on the base path. Scoring more here would be huge.
He's set, and the 2-1 pitch. High in the air out to center field. May has it in his tracks, and the inning is over. Nolan Gray, a Missouri-born right-hander, gets the job of starting pitcher here. Dan Plesac, what's the word on him?
Hey, we're looking at a guy that knows how to pitch. Last year, his ERA was just under 3.5 for the season, and I would imagine going into the offseason, he's looking to better that, and hopefully he gets off to a good start. We'll see if that starts in this one today.
Ready now, Jacob May. He'll lead things off here in the bottom half of the first. Ready to deliver. Here's the first pitch. Takes a high fastball for a strike. These Kansas City Royals entering play this afternoon, guys. They've been playing some pretty good baseball of late as they've won 6 of their last 8 games.
Yeah, Matty, I can't tell you how important it is to throw that first run up on the board, and that's exactly what they did. A little crooked.
He dives. Did he catch that? He did. What a play there for the first out. Well, sometimes you see diving catches that happen because of a bad route, but that certainly wasn't the case here. That's an exceptional route efficiency as calculated by ShowTrack, and it's evident it was a big reason why he was able to lay out and bring that one in. Next to bat will be the Cuban import, Yoan Moncada, as he will take strike one on the fastball here. No balls and a strike. He comes in with that average down in the 240s, 18 homers and 65 RBIs. 1-1. Gray has become known as a starting pitcher that frequently works deep into games. The kind of guy you want on the staff when your team needs some rest because he tends to eat up innings all by himself.
Matt, every team is looking for a guy like this. In a day and age where we're going to the bullpens more early and more often, you need at least 1 or 2 guys into the rotation that have the chance to get you into the 7th or 8th inning, and he's definitely one of those guys.
And another foul ball. The 1-2 is taken for ball 2.
I like what he was trying to do there with the 2-seam fastball, but that's a tough pitch to command. When you throw it glove side like that, it's really tough to get it to come back to the corner.
Good bite to that sinker as he gets him to swing through it for out number 2. And with strike 3 recorded there, he's notched his first career major league strikeout.
Well, Matt, if he can become a consistent strikeout pitcher, you have to figure his career is going to end up being a solid one. All the best pitchers at this level have at least one pitch that they can go into in tough situations. So we'll see if he becomes one of those guys as his career goes along.
Ripped down the first base line. Prado takes it in, and he'll step on the bag himself, and the inning is over. Now batting, William Park. He'll get to take his first cuts here.
One of the keys to securing a win, they want to keep the pressure on and try to build that lead as much as they can moving into the later innings.
Second inning starts with a fastball that misses. It's 1-0. Well, today's game provides the visiting squad with a chance to complete the series sweep, guys.
Sure does, and it's always difficult to sweep and win a series on the road, especially when you're playing a division opponent.
From the windup, the 1-1 pitch. Hard on the ground towards short. Anderson picks it up. Throw to first will be in time, and there's one gone here to start the second.
Okay, guys, here's how the Southsiders are lining up on D today. And, guys, what I want you to focus on today is this is one of the new age teams in the game that really rely on statistics and the numbers. And the numbers tell them that they're a better team defensively, moving guys around and shifting as much as they can.
Into the windup, here comes the 0-1. Takes a knee-high fastball. One out, nobody on. One and two, the counts of the Royals shortstop. Hard hit ball to second. Moncada fields it cleanly, and there's out number 2.
Batting ninth, catcher.
Stepping up to the plate, Carson Kelly, as he'll get his first opportunity in this one. Ready to deliver. Here's the first pitch. Missed with a breaking ball. A 1-1 count. Here's the pitch. Fly ball out toward left center field. Delmonico will reach out with one hand to make the catch on the. Here's Hanley Ramirez. He had a couple of hits in that ball game last night.
Hey, we're still in the early stages in this one. They're only down by a couple of runs, but it's really key for this leadoff guy to try to get on and get a big inning started.
No balls and a strike to count. Takes a pitch high and away for ball 1. Two and one, the count to the White Sox first baseman. Three balls and a strike to the Chicago leadoff hitter.
I can't tell you how big a pitch the last one was. The difference between 3-1 and 2-2. 2-2, you're probably taking a turn for the dugout.
Now a swing and a ball chopped foul right at home plate. And it's fouled away.
I know it's a guessing game, but usually when you flip that coin, it better come up fastball at this level. You cannot be late right there. That was right in the wheelhouse.
And he takes ball 4. Leadoff man's aboard here to begin the home half of the second. Stepping in, Nicky Delmonico. And he's a guy looking to break out in a big way. Hasn't been getting the results he or his club have been hoping for. Now a check swing, but he holds up in time. Ball 1.
He would have had to go with the old school Tommy Hawk approach on that one if he wanted to get on top, but he was able to lay off it.
2 balls and no strikes to the White Sox left fielder.
Well, 2-0 now, and this is where he makes his money. If he gets a pitch to hack at, you can bet he's not going to hold back.
The 2-0. Finds the zone, strike one.
Don't know for sure, but I think he may have been taking there thinking his teammate on first was going to be on the move.
All even now, 2-2. On at first is Ramirez with nobody out. Here's one that misses inside, and the count's run full now, 3-2. Carlos Gomez is on deck. Now the payoff pitch home. Line towards center field. Nowakowski is right there, one down.
Hey guys, take a look at how Kansas City sets up on D. And manning second base today is a guy with one of the quickest hands in the game. That's the name of the game over at second base. It's not about range. It's not about arm strength. It's about turning every double play for your pitching staff, making the routine play and making sure every two is turned.
And a strike to even the count. 1-1. A ball and 2 strikes. Runner at first here, 1 man out. Slapped hard the opposite way, but he'll barely have to move out there and right as he hauls this one in for the second out. So striding forward now, Tim Anderson, as we run you the numbers to see the splits between July and August. Here comes the first pitch. Missed with a slider. Now the 1-0 is looked at for the first strike. A runner on first with 2 away. Skied into straightaway right. Heckel moves over. No trouble with this one, and the inning is over. Back at Guaranteed Rate Field on the south side as we get a nice look at the Chicago skyline from above the shores of Lake Michigan. First delivery to him on the way. Fastball misses in the dirt as he tried to get him to chase the low one. LeCastro, a 6'1" right-handed swinger and thrower. He was a 13th round pick back in the draft of 2013.
Hey, this guy's got a chance to be an absolute steal. Being drafted where he was, there are definite signs that he has a chance to make an impact at the big league level.
Oh, and he misses it. Around second now, and they still haven't flagged this one down. And he will make it all the way to third now as that mistake proves a costly one indeed.
Well, the sun was definitely a factor there, but here's the news. The sun rises every day, and as a player, you've got to find a way to deal with it. A glove, flip down, sunglasses, use something so you can catch the ball. Sometimes easier said than done, though.
Hard ground ball to third, and that's through into left, a base hit. And that'll bring home run number 3. It's now a 3-0 cushion.
Yeah, Dan, he's got to feel pretty good about that. Not only did he have a great AB, first pitch hacking, but he smoked that ball to mix in a ribby knock.
Boy, he did. He must have had a pretty good plan of attack walking into that batter's box, and he had an idea of the pitch that he was going to get, and boy, he sure turned it loose and buggy whipped that one.
First pitch of the at-bat on its way. And a fastball just below the knees, ball 1. And that one stayed too low, apparently. Now a snap move over to first, and he'll get back in standing. Now the 2-0 home. Runners on the move for second. Pitch outside. The throw. And it skips in as he steals the bag easily. Nowakowski stands at second with no outs. And the runner's breaking for third. Strike called. Now the throw down is well behind the play. That's an easy stolen base. Set. Here's the 3-1. Popped him up. Amarista is there. Makes the play, one away.
The right fielder, number 19.
Stepping in and ready for another shot, Bobby Hextall. He got on top of one and was a ground out victim last time. He's ready. Here's the first offering. Now he lifts a high pop-up, drifting into foul territory on the right side. Ramirez is over, and he tucks it away for the second out. So next to the plate for the Royals, Walter Sohn, runner in scoring position with Sugan. First offering on its way. Ooh, good changeup, just missed inside.
You can really tell about how effective this guy's going to be when guys are swinging at that changeup. So far in this one, they've been real smart to let it go.
Smoked on the ground left side. And there's a base hit as that gets through into left. And the run is in to score from third.
Boy, talking about coming up with a big knock. After that pop-up, it looked like the inning was potentially over. Big two-out base hit to drive in a run. Yeah, you watch your teammate in front of you miss his pitch. He got a nice pitch to hit right there and pops it up. You could tell he was dejected.
Meanwhile here, a stolen base attempt at the plate, Omar Narvaez. And they've got some work to do early on. Down 4-0 already.
Lots of baseball left in this one as we're still early on, but you don't want to fall too far behind. They're already down by a bundle, and one of the things you want your leadoff guy to get on and set the table for the big boys to start driving in some runs.
In for a strike, it's 1-1. Narvaez bats left but throws right and stands at 5'11". He's in his fourth season as a major league player. 1-2 to the White Sox catcher. Fouled away. Now another 1-2. And that slider's almost in the dirt.
Well, one thing about him, he's an absolute grinder at the plate. You can pretty much count on him battling at the plate every chance he gets.
Fastball swung on and missed for the first out.
Nice two-seam fastball there. You don't usually see a lot of swings and misses with that pitch unless it's really moving. So that one must have had some real good late life.
First pitch of the at-bat. A swing and a ground ball to third. And that's the second out. Digging in now, Jacob May. First pitch of the at-bat on its way. And a fastball just a bit high.
This guy's one of the best bunters in the league, but with two outs, I'm not sure that's a really good play right now. He might be forced to go ahead and swing the bat and try to get an extra base hit here with two outs.
2-0 now. Soft liner out toward left center. And the White Sox have their first hit of the game.
Boy, so frustrating as a pitcher. You make a quality pitch on the inside half of the plate right there. Try to bust him in, D-Row, and he fights it off the other way.
Yeah, you tip your hat to the pitcher right there. He executed his pitch, but nice job by the offensive player. Fighting. It doesn't matter what it looks like. A knock's a knock.
Standing in now, Yohan Moncada. Ball one to start the at-bat. The 1-0 home. Skied into straightaway right. Hector is there, and he'll make the catch to retire the side. Settling in now, Nick Prado.
Even though they're up by a boatload early on in this one, you can't get complacent and get lazy. They got to keep the gas pedal down because this team that they're playing can strike and score a lot of runs too.
Throw to first in time, one gone here in the fourth.
Now batting.
Digging in to try it again, William Park. Here's the first pitch to him. Oh, what a pitch to start the at-bat there. It's 0-1.
I mean, that's a classic case of coming off your backside right there. He lost his entire back leg, was out in front, couldn't keep his hands back.
And a good job to lay off the fastball there. Close, but it's 1-1. Two and one to the Royals' first baseman. And this one's going to bounce up to the plate. An easy take there, and it's 3-1 now.
Well, this has been a good job to work the count from 0-1 to 3-1, and now he's really in the driver's seat to see a heater that he can do something with.
Count full, 3 balls and 2 strikes. The 3-2 pitch. Count remains full. 4 runs, 5 hits, and no errors so far for the Royals. Popped him up. Amarista has a play, and that's the second out of the inning. Now at the plate, Alexi Guardado.
Alexi Guardado.
He's ready. Here's the first offering. Comes right after him with a fastball for a strike.
Yeah, I'm shocked he let that first pitch go right there. High fastball, but usually those ones travel the furthest.
Off the plate, 1 ball, 1 strike. This is on the ground over to first, and that is through into right field for a single.
Hey, D-Row, that's just what you want to do. Keep the pressure on. He's given up a couple of runs early already in this game, and now he gives up the 2-out single.
Yeah, no chance right there. You want to make this guy work. You want to try and get into their pen as quick as possible, and if 2-out knocks are the answer, then so be it.
Stepping in now, Carson Kelly, as the first pitch to him is in there for a called strike 1.
One of the big keys to pitching well is getting ahead early on, and it's been far from that for this guy so far. Less than 50% of his first pitches have been for strikes.
Off the plate and in, it's a ball and a strike. Guardado, the runner at first with 2 gone. A ball and 2 strikes to the Royals catcher.
Hey, I don't mind that take right there. That was a nasty breaking ball. Started outside the zone, popped back inside the zone. Good spin rate on it. Move on to the next pitch.
And the runner back easily. The 1-2. And there he goes towards second. Hard hit to first. And he whips on it as this ball's right under his glove. And he'll make it up safely to third, so they're at the corners now with 2 men out.
A little 2-out lightning could turn into something big right here with the runner being in motion. Batter finds a knock, and now we got first and third and damage on the way.
Into the box, Tim LaCastro. As the first pitch misses to him, it's ball 1. A hit in 2 tries for him so far. And he won't bite at that one either. It's 2-0.
Great chance right here as a hitter to be aggressive. You can pretty much count on a pitcher. He's trying to get back in the strike zone. And with two guys on base right here, it's time to grip it and rip it.
A 2-1 count to the leadoff hitter for Kansas City. And some stirring now in the White Sox bullpen as it looks like a right-hander's up and throwing. Hit on the ground to third. And the two-out threat will not come to pass as the inning is into the box now. Avisail Garcia. He's 0-for-1 after grounding out in his only trip to the plate so far. They'll try and get him out in front to start the at-bat, but this misses off the plate away. It's ball one. Hit on the ground out to short. To his left, Guardado. And the throw to first is in time. One gone.
First baseman, number 17.
Riding in once again, Hanley Ramirez reached base via the walk in his first plate appearance. Checked to swing there and pops this one up. Prado is there. 2 down.
Now batting.
Next up is the sneaky pop of Nicky Delmonico. Hit it hard but lined out in his first at-bat. Here's a slider to start things out. Looked at for ball one.
Pretty good pitch and a great take there. There's not a lot you could do with that slider breaking down unless you can catch it way out front and hook it down the line. You see a lot of swinging misses on those.
And there's ball two now. Hit hard up the middle. Played on the backhand. And he'll turn and try the jump throw to first. And a low throw to first that bounces as he can't hang on.
Dan, that hit right there extends his hit streak to 8 games. Are you aware of stuff like that?
No doubt about it right now. He's swinging the bat really well. And after that knock right there, hey, listen, 8 games is nothing to sneeze at. So you could say, hey, he's going a whole calendar week with getting at least 1 base hit. So there's a lot of positives going on right now.
The 0-1 pitch. Lays off that time, and it's 1-2.
I have no issue wasting a pitch on 0-2 to try to get a guy to go fishing, but it has to be somewhat tempting. You're not going to get anyone to swing the bat at that pitch.
A swing and a miss as he chased with 2 strikes, and that will retire the side. A man left for the White Sox. They trail here 4-0. Digging in and looking for more, Danny Nowakowski. A couple of singles to his credit thus far. The pitch. And here's a fastball called for strike one. A fastball right down the middle for a strike.
You know, it's great to be patient, make a pitcher work and all that stuff to try to get walks, but you have to be ready to hit. And that was a really hittable pitch, and now you've got to deal with an 0-2 count.
Bullet back up the middle. May is there, and he has it for the first out.
Now batting.
Digging in once again, number 32. He's singled in 2 trips to the plate thus far. He's ready. Here's the first offering. Right on the corner, a fastball that he takes for a strike. Here it comes. Nope. A fastball that just misses inside. 4 runs, 7 hits, and no errors so far for the Royals. This is hit high in the air out toward left center. Delmonico waits on it. And he makes the catch for the second out. And now it'll be the cleanup spot for the Royals. Bobby Heckel, his last at-bat didn't go his way as he popped out in foul territory. And it's 0-1 to the Kansas City first baseman. Bases are empty here with 2 men out. Skied into straightaway right. Gomez has a read on it. He makes the play, and that'll end the inning. And that'll bring up the shortstop, Tim Anderson. They'll start things out here in the home fifth, and it's been tough sledding for this lineup through the first half of the game.
Yeah, they haven't had any momentum going to the plate so far in this one, Matt. They need something to break their way and wake them up a bit.
Be nice to get these fans involved at some point as well. First delivery to him on the way. A high fastball is in there. Right on the corner, a fastball that he takes for a strike. And this runs inside, and that looked like it got him pretty good. Standing in, Alexi Amarista. He's 0 for 1 after grounding out in his only trip to the plate so far. He's set, and the pitch. Takes a knee-high fastball.
You can tell this offense is getting frustrated, but this might be one you have to shower off. When a guy's locating like this, fastball at the knees and to both corners, it's going to be tough for them to do anything with it.
Narvaez stands at first with 1 out. Oh, and look out now. Back-to-back batters hit by the pitch, and guys don't take kindly to that. Now at the plate, Jacob May. He singled his last time up. First pitch of the at-bat. And a fastball in the dirt that's taken for a ball.
This is absolutely a huge spot right here. They have to find a way to get something out of this half inning. I don't care if it's 1 run or 2 runs. You have to find a way to at least give yourself a little shot of confidence that you can get back into this one.
First and second now, 1 man out. One-0 count. Here it is. Swinging a ball hit on the ground, but a foul ball. 1-1. 2-1 count to the Pale Hose leadoff hitter. Three and one.
He drilled the previous batter, and now he falls behind 3-1 to this guy. The last thing you can do, though, is throw a fastball middle of the plate right
here. The 3-1. And he misses with it, ball 4, so that'll load the bases, and now he's really going to need to get a ground ball. Next to bat will be the Cuban import, Yohan Moncada. He's hitless in his 2 at-bats so far. He comes set. Here's the 0-0 pitch. A knee-high sinker, tough pitch, strike 1. Bases are loaded with only 1 out. And 1-1 as this one's in on the hands. Can't keep the weight back, and he falls behind 1-2. That misses, and we're even at 2-2.
The classic back foot slider right there with 2 strikes. Usually gets a ton of swing and misses. Nice layoff right there. Fight for another pitch.
This is lined into the gap in left center, and he's going to come through here with extra bases. 1 run is scored. And they'll get a little closer here as the run comes across to score from first. It's now a 4-3 ball game.
Up next for Chicago.
So here is Avisail Garcia as he'll look to bring home that tying run from second with a base hit into the outfield. Here comes the pitch for Garcia. Started that swing a bit too early. The 0-1. And the slider stayed low apparently for a ball.
Now for 4 innings, he was great. But here in the 5th, he looks like a completely different guy out there. That happens a lot when a pitcher is facing batters for the 2nd or 3rd time in a game.
Popped up. And there are 2 away now. Here's Hanley Ramirez. He got under one and popped out his last time up. Trying to hold the lead. Here's the delivery. And he takes a pitch that's ruled a strike at the knees. Pretty liberal strike zone there. It's 0-1. Three runs already home here. Now a hard liner, but foul. Another 0-2 home. Soft liner to the right side. A leap, but he can't bring it down. Base hit. And that'll score the tying run. We're back to even 4 apiece.
You know, D-Row, there are certain hitters that just love to come up in clutch 2-out RBI situations, and this guy certainly is one of those guys.
Yeah, they're able to slow the moment down. It's not for everybody. This guy has ice water in his veins, consistently coming through in big spots. Nice job right there to tie this one up.
Checks his swing here, but he does so in time. Hitters count. Here's the 2-0 pitch. 3-0 now.
I'm sure he's frustrated by that call. Probably could have been a strike, but at the same time, earning strikes from the umpire is a real thing. If you've been all over the place like he has, you're just not going to get much help from the umpires.
3-1 the count now. The 3-1. And this is sliced hard down the left field line. And that's a fair ball as it'll head for the 330 sign near the bullpen. The relay. And he's safe.
Everyone knows that this guy's numbers are not where he wants them to be so far this year, but you never know by that swing. He looked fluid and confident, driving that pitch for a double. We'll see if that gets him going a bit.
And the first base open. It looks as though they'll go after the next guy with the force at any base now in order and 2 men gone.
Now batting, shortstop,
ready for another shot now. Tim Anderson, one of the bigger spots in the ball game so far. Base is juiced now with 2 away. He's ready. Here's the first offering. Off-speed pitch in the dirt as he takes it for a ball.
1 out away from stranding that runner on third. So the last thing you want to do is throw a wild pitch and let him score. Nice job there by the catcher to knock that one down.
Now here comes the Royal skipper up the stairs on his way to the mound. And we're going to have a pitching change as that's going to be all for his starter this afternoon. So he'll depart in the 5th with the go-ahead run on base. Didn't work the required 5 for the win, but he could still be hung for the loss should that run come around to score. Greg Holland answers the call to pitch here in a big spot. He inherits a bases-loaded jam, but needs just 1 out to get out of it. 4 runs here in this half inning. counts a ball and 2 strikes to the White Sox shortstop.
Definitely a big pitch coming up right here. He's going to be pumped if he can work his way out of this inning with the game still tied.
Collins ready. 1-2 on its way. Still hanging with him. Another good swing to keep it going. The 1-2. Pitch swung on and hit in the air toward the line and right. Hector moves over. He hauls it in, and the potential go-ahead run. Now in the box, Walter Sohn. He's 1 for 2 in the ball game.
Walter Sohn.
First delivery to him on the way. Curveball that time, not even close.
Right here, he's looking to get himself into a good hitter's count so he can take a rip and maybe give his team the lead. He certainly has the power.
He pulled the string and had him way out in front. A ball and a strike. Down low, 2 balls and a strike.
Count is 2-1. Ball, that's
3-1. Nick Prado will be next. And it's up to a 3-2 full count now.
So far in this game, he's the only guy in the lineup that's gone down on strikes.
Yeah, and he might strike out for a second time right here.
Now a ball lined toward the alley in left center. Delmonico arranged to his left as he tracks this one down in left center for the first down. Now to the plate, Nick Prado. Here comes the first pitch. Swing, high drive, deep down the left field line. This ball is slicing, and that nearly broke our tie, but instead it's a foul ball. This is hit the other way out toward left field. Delmonico waits on it, and he brings it in for the second out of the inning. Ready once again, William Hart. He comes in 0 for 2 thus far. Ready to deliver. Here's the first pitch. And that one stayed too low, apparently. 4-4 is our score as we play the 6th. And they won't get him to chase the curveball in the dirt that time, and it's 2-0 now. Line to the right side. Gomez is there, and he'll make the catch to Elias Uribe enters to do the pitching in the bottom of the 6th.
Number 30, Elias Uribe.
Stepping into the box, Omar Narvaez. He'll lead things off in the pale hose half of the 6th.
For the White Sox, catcher
Luis Torrens is into the ball game here as he takes over behind the plate.
For the Royals. Now catching number
First
21.
pitch of the at-bat. A fastball right down the middle for a strike.
If you know you got a real patient hitter at the plate, I love the mindset of this pitcher right here, attacking the zone 0-0 and getting ahead.
Hit out towards second. Scooped up on the backhand. Throw to first is in time for the first out.
Now batting
At the plate, Alexi Amarista. He was drilled by a pitch his last time up. First pitch on its way. Low for ball 1. Looking at his career totals, Amarista carries a batting line right at 240.
You know, Matty, I know his career batting average jumps off at the page, but this guy can help a roster in a lot of different ways. He brings value to the manager on a daily basis.
That's a good approach when you're facing a young arm you might not be too familiar with. Take a look at a few and see what he's got. Now he's got himself ahead in the count.
Jacob May will be next. And he takes ball 4. So a good job out of the 9-hole in getting on base as we go back to the top of the order. Ready for another chance, Jacob May. First pitch of the at-bat on its way. And a fastball just a bit up.
A lot of times you'll see the take sign after 5 straight balls to start the inning, but with the middle of the order up at the plate here, I wouldn't be surprised if he's turned loose. Just has to be the right pitch to hack at.
1-1 the count. 1-1. His fastball that misses.
You got 2 balls, 1 strike.
Here's a high pop-up. Guardado waits on it. Makes the play, and there are 2 gone now. Trying to pick things up where we left off, Yohan Moncada. And he had that big 3-run bases-clearing double in his last trip to the plate. And a good fastball there, but this just misses the zone for ball 1. Two balls and no strikes. The count to Yohan Moncada. Amarista is off at first with 2 away. Hit hard on the ground towards second, and that's through for a hit.
Nice execution right there, Dan. Kept his front shoulder in, kept his hands inside the baseball, and ripped the base hit up the middle.
And if you're a pitcher right there, you can't get discouraged. Sometimes even when you make a good pitch, the ball is going to find a hole somewhere. That one right up the middle.
He's got it. Throw on to first, and the White Sox come up with William Cuevas will come out and take the ball here as he'll be making his 15th appearance of the year. Striding into the box, Alexi Guardado. And he gets ahead here with the fastball, strike 1. Hard hit toward the hole. A dive, but he can't knock it down. It's through for a base hit.
The pitcher got the result he was looking for. Change up down in the zone, gets him to hit it on the ground, but obviously the result wasn't what he wanted.
From the belt, the pitch. Good changeup that time, but he wouldn't bite on it. Right-hander starts to loosen out in the bullpen now. Now the 1-0. Swinging a ball chopped foul down the left side. Now the 1-1 pitch. He's running. And this is sliced foul into the stands in right, out of play. The 1-2 on the move again from first. In the dirt here. Pitch is in the dirt and knocked down, and he'll make it into second easily with a stolen base. Go ahead runs in scoring position here with nobody out. Still showing bunt with 2 strikes, but he pulls it back. 3-2.
Time to focus here. This game is way too close to be walking, guys, so we'll see if he can make him swing the bat on this next pitch.
Runner's on his way to third. This is on the ground over to first. And that's by him into right field for a base hit. The run scores from second. It's a 5-4 game.
Dan, you'll take RBIs any way you can get them, but when they give your team the lead in the late innings, man, that feels good.
Oh, it especially does, especially when you start to score runs late in the game off of quality pitching. When runs are at a premium, that's one makes you feel really good about yourself.
Into the box now, Tim LaCastro, as he will look at a first pitch fastball for ball 1. He's working on a 1 for 3 thus far. Runner goes for second. Line drive to center field. In there, a base hit. And the throw will come in quickly from center, so despite the hit and run, they won't get the extra base here.
Wow, that's surprising right there. Hit and run tactic used to perfection. Ball's hit to the outfield. The batter does his job. I don't know how that runner's standing on second still. You tip your hat to the outfield to get it in super quick, but he's got to take the chance to get to third.
First pitch on its way. Bunt attempt here as he gets this one down. Only play to first, so the sacrifice works that time. Into the box, number 32. He's got a hit in 3 at-bats to this point. And it looks as though the decision makers in the dugout will give him a free pass to first, so the bases are loaded here on the intentional walk, and the force play is now in order. Digging in, the switch hitter, Bobby Hector. Not much in the way of productivity from him so far, but he's got a chance to come through here in a crucial spot.
Yeah, it's time now that he has to put the rest of those bats behind it, because none of that matters if he can clutch up when it really counts.
Oh, it's on the ground to second. Did he get his double play? Relay to first in time, and just like that, Kevin Quackenbush gets the call from the pen to take over on the mound and start the home 7th. Here's Hanley Ramirez. Singled homer run in his last time up.
This thing's far from over, even though we're moving into the back end of this game. Only down by 1. All they need to do is get this leadoff guy, and they're an extra base hit away from tying this thing up.
Strike 2 called on the inner half. 0-2 now. The next 0-2. Just staying alive, putting together a really good at-bat here. Another 0-2 coming. Drilled to the left side. Park comes up with it. Throws in time, and that's out number 1. In now, Nicky Delmonico. First delivery to him on the way. Just a bit jumpy that time. Swung on and missed. Behind 0-2 now. Count remains at 0-2. Bases are empty, 1 man out. And they'll try and tempt him with one in the dirt, but he'll hold back here. It's 1-2. The 1-2. This is hit high in the air out toward left center. Calling for it, Sohn. 2 down. So 2 away here is the Sox bat in the 7th. And standing in, the speedy Carlos Gomez. From the stretch. There's a knuckleball bobbing and weaving right over the outside corner. Tapped out in front of home. And that will conclude matters here in the 7th. Guillermo Feliz been summoned from the bullpen as he'll do so to start the 8th. Leading off the inning, Walter Sohn, as they'll look for some added insurance before the bottom half of the inning. Here comes the first pitch. A ball and no strikes.
When you've got a guy that throws a good 2-seam fastball, you have to be ready for him to try to run it inside and jam you. Good job to lay off that one, but I wouldn't be surprised if we see it again.
1-1 the count now.
The 1-1. 2 balls and a strike. Offers it that one a little late, and it's 2-2 now.
Hey, from a pitcher's standpoint, sometimes the greatest pitch is the slider that backs up. He got away with that one, but he wants that thing to bury down the line.
Oh, a fastball swung on and missed, and for the second time today, he's gone on strikes. Digging in, Nick Prado. He flew out in his last at-bat. Curveball, and that misses in the dirt for ball one. One out, nobody on. Up top, it's 2-0. Too tight with that one. 3-0. William Park is on deck. And he finally gets a sinker over here for a called strike one. Popped him up. Narvaez over to his left. Two gone. Now at the plate, William Park. He's hitless coming into this at-bat, so the hit streak he's been riding is on the line here.
Yeah, he's up in the double digits with it. You know, he wants to keep it going as long as possible, but this very well could be the last chance to do that.
Down and away, ball one. And now a curveball that's low and in the dirt for a ball. It's 2-1. Two out, nobody on. And this one's going to bounce up to the plate. An easy take there, and it's 3-1 now. And he goes the other way, but he got a lot of it deep down the line. And it'll fade just at the end and winds up a long foul ball. Waved at and missed for the third out. Not much of a chance at hitting that one, and the inning is over. Brendan Finnegan is on to pitch out of the bullpen in the bottom half of the eighth.
Number 27.
Leading off the inning, Tim Anderson, as they'll look to get something going here and even this game up. And a jam shot here as this is sent towards second. LeCastro moving to his right, and that's the first out.
Now batting, captain.
Standing in, Omar Narvaez. It's been an 0 for 2 effort for him to this point. In there for strike one, 0-1. The Royals leading by the slimmest of margins late in this one and trying to hang on and earn the series sweep.
One of the keys if you want to sweep the game is you're going to have to get some big outs in that 7th, 8th, and 9th inning. They're leading by a run as we're going towards the end of this game. Now it's time for the pitching staff to put this one under wraps.
And he popped him up. Park in foul ground, but this will land untouched. And it certainly would be a big morale boost to a team if they're able to complete a sweep like this one on the road in hostile territory.
They might even change their nickname for this team to the Road Warriors. A sweep is looking pretty good as they're leading this one again late in the ballgame.
Inside as he might be trying to set him up here 1-2. A great pitch there as he couldn't get extended on that one, and he's down on strikes for the second out.
Just tied him up with that last pitch. Pretty evident by the swing. Sometimes guys get in that protect mode so much that they're swinging at everything that they see, and they end up offering at pitches that they can't possibly do anything with.
And a check swing here. They'll appeal it down to third. No swing, says Woody Keller. It's ball one. The 1-0 home. Misses, ball two. Finnegan, a left-hander standing just under 6 feet at 5'11". He was a first-round pick during the 2014 draft.
You know, I know this guy isn't the superstar everyone thought he was going to be when he was drafted in those high rounds, but he has had a solid big league career.
Now the 2-1 is looked at off the plate for a ball.
This is a big bat right here. No doubt he'd rather go after the 9-hole hitter with a runner on third instead of giving the top of the order a chance to cash in.
Oh, and this one ran in and got it. And that's twice now he's been hit in this one. So the lineup flips over, and digging in, Jacob May. He was retired after popping out in his last at-bat. Here comes the first pitch. And a slider on the inside for strike one.
This is where you got to take stock in the situation. Adjust your batting gloves and realize you need a gapper to score this guy from first. If nothing less, pass the baton to the guy behind you and keep the line moving.
1 ball, 1 strike to count. So 1-1. Taken, strike 2. Amarista leads off first with a pair of outs in the inning. Line drive to center field, and that's in there, base hit.
Hey, listen, when you have a good sinker, you have to throw it, but he's going to have to get the ball much lower in the zone than that last one.
Yeah, from the offensive side, Dan, two-seamer, pitcher, sinker baller, what have you, you're looking for that thing to pop out above the belt, and that's exactly what happened right there, miss middle.
Next to bat will be the Cuban import, Yoan Moncada. And that's into the corner, a foul ball and right. 2 hits in 4 attempts to this point. Looking to wiggle out of this. Here it is. Oh, got him to swing out of his shoes on that one. 0-2.
He knows his strengths and weaknesses at the plate. He knows he has a cold zone away. But the bottom line is this pitcher has been able to execute to that spot. If he misses over the heart of the plate, this guy's still going to be ready.
1 ball and 2 strikes to count. The 1-2 is laid off for ball 2.
This is a huge pitch right here. I don't think he wants to go 3-2 and have those runners be in motion. Look for him to be aggressive with what he thinks is his best pitch right now.
Struck him out, so he's set down on strikes for the second time today. Joaquin Soria enters from the pen to start the 9th inning as he'll try to keep the score right where it is heading to the bottom of the 9th. First offering on its way. Skied in the air to straightaway left. Delmonico waits on it. 1 out. Stepping in, Luis Torrens, looking to follow up the RBI single from his first at-bat. Here's the first pitch to him. Nowhere close with the fastball to begin the at-bat. It's ball 1. Action in the bullpen now as a right-hander begins to throw out there. The 1-0 home. Hit hard to the right side. Foul. 1-run game here in the top of the 9th. One and 2 now as this catches the outer half. The 1-2 is a breaking ball that's taken for a ball.
Wow, that was a close pitch on 1 and 2. The count's now on 2 and 2, but boy, that one very easily could have been called strike 3. Really close pitch.
Here now the 2-2. Popped high in the air. Ramirez over to his right, and he brings it in for the second out of the inning. Now back to the top of the lineup. Stepping in, Tim LaCastro. It was a single for him in his last at-bat. First delivery to him on the way. Fastball that just misses inside. Bases are empty here with 2 men out. There's a swing and a high pop-up. Ramirez got it, and the side is retired. J.P. Howell comes on looking for a save here in the bottom of the 9th inning.
Number 59.
So here is Avisayo Garcia, struggling so far in this one and looking to erase his 0 for 4 ball game right here. Howell has compiled over 600 innings of work in his major league career and posts a respectable ERA in the high 3s. I'm set with the 0-1. There's a knuckleball that dances right over the outside corner for a strike. This is line to left, and it's a base hit, and just like that, the potential tying run is aboard here to start the home half of the ninth.
You can't ask for anything more than getting a leadoff man on right there. Brings the go-ahead run to the plate. He's in position to do some damage. It'd be interesting to see how the manager plays this one.
First pitch of the at-bat on its way, and that one stayed up a little high. And there's a sinker that he just spits on as it misses low. Well, obviously not fighting on the first two, so it looks as though they'll just go ahead and wave him down to first base for free here.
Well, that's one way to do it, I guess. An intentional walk is one thing, but an intentional walk with a man on first is another. Strange strategy. I don't quite get it.
Number 12, Leonis Martinez.
From the belt, kicks and deals. Now a bunt attempt here. And the throw goes to first, so the sacrifice works that time. Here's Carlos Gomez. Head-to-head matchup numbers with J.P. Howell. He's 1 for 2. Here comes the first pitch. And now the runner breaks for the plate. Now a bunt attempt here. And he'll step on first himself for the out. And that'll bring up the shortstop, Tim Anderson. He's gone hitless to this point.
Not a great game up to this point, but none of that would matter if he could come through right here. A chance to be the hero.
Here's the first pitch. There's a breaking ball over the outer half. As mentioned earlier in the broadcast, this game has the potential to result in a series sweep, but of course, with a tie game on our hands, that is no foregone conclusion.
Never easy to sweep. This is one of those teeter-totter games. Back and forth as we're tied going into the back end of this game right now. It'll be interesting to see how this one plays out.
Slow roller back to the mound. And the throw to first is in time, but the damage. Julio Ramirez is going to come on as a defensive replacement now as he takes over at first base.
Number 15, Julio Ramirez.
First pitch of the at-bat on its way. Takes a high fastball for a strike.
Obviously, it's pretty deflating when you blow a lead in the bottom of the ninth, and now you're still fighting in extra innings. But the fact is, the game is tied, and a win is still very much a possibility, so they have to play that way.
Action in that KC pen now as a right-hander's begun to loosen up. 1-1, here it comes. Changed up on him as this is grounded to second. On to first, and how important is it to keep this guy off base in a tie ball game? One away.
Number 32.
Digging in, number 32. He was given a free pass via the intentional walk last time. From the stretch, here's the pitch. And there's one well above the zone for a ball. Bases are empty, one man out. And that pitch misses in the dirt, and it's 2-0 now. A strike, and it's 2-1. This is hit high in the air out toward left center. May is after it. He's got it. A nice play there. 2 away. Coming to the plate now, Bobby Pechtel. Here's the first pitch to him. And a fastball just a bit high. Popped him up. And he'll get under it to put it away in foul territory. And Odrisamer Despaigne comes on to start the home 10th, and he's just hoping to get this one into the 11th inning. And this one runs up high, ball 1. Now a swing, and he pops him up. This is right out in front of the mound. And there's the first out. Up next for Chicago, Alexi Amarista, 0-for-1 with a run scored thus far. And a fastball to start things out here. Not close. It's a ball and no strikes. The 1-1 home. Oh, and they come in and get him again. And this is just not how you played the game. At the plate, Jacob May. He's got a chance to end this one and send these fans home happy if he can get a ball deep enough into the gap. A cold strike on the inside corner.
Hey, that's a well-executed fastball right there at the bottom of the zone. If he stays there all day, it's going to make for a long day for the offense, unless they're willing to bend their legs and get down and create some different launch angle.
And he's into second safely with a stolen base.
Hey, it's almost impossible to throw a base runner out that gets a lead that big. And plus, this catcher's not known for having a cannon of an arm.
The 1-1 pitch. Goes down and gets it as this is bounced to short. Guardado fields it cleanly. And the throw is wide as it pulls the first baseman off the bag. Next to bat will be the Cuban import, Yohan Moncada. As he'll look to get the ball into the outfield and bring home what would be the winning run from second base. Here's the first pitch. Oh, and look out as this runs in and gets him. The second man he's plunked in this one. So to the plate is the White Sox DH, Avisail Garcia. He's looking to bring home the winning run from third. Oh, on the ground to first. Can this be 2? To second for 1. And they're going to walk off as winners. They've taken it here in extra innings. Well, the lineup was clicking for him in this contest, and the man you see there was a major contributor. For that, he's the top player of the game.